Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to when dumb cops arrest FBI agents. Now, to be honest, this seems like it could be an easy mistake to make, because I imagine FBI agents who are on duty probably aren't in uniform unless they have their badge on them, visibly on them, like wearing it as a chain maybe, or on their waist. How would you know? Because I imagine FBI, they often operate quite covertly and stuff. So I have a bit of sympathy for the police officers here, unless the FBI agents clearly are FBI agents. They've got some kind of obvious way of distinguishing themselves. So yeah, this should be quite a funny video, I reckon.
Cops are always trying to abuse their power, but what happens when it's not civilians they're faced with, but undercover FBI agents?
Where'd you get this?
Federal Bureau of Investigation?
A U.S. Air Force specialist and ex-FBI agent was pulled over for having a slightly obstructed license plate. But when the cops found out who he was, they started to look for any reason they could find to get him arrested.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right.
What's up?
Deputy Troy with the Sheriff's Office. The reason I'm stopping you is your plate's obstructed.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing's got, you got to take it off, okay?
Okay.
Because it's got to be visible within a certain distance. When you went to driving school and a cop pulls you over, what they tell you?
Oh, you pull over when it's safe to do so.
No, you pull over immediately. Okay? Let me tell you this. Now, you pull over immediately.
Sure.
Because I don't know what you're doing inside this car.
Sure, yeah.
Hide and go.
But I mean, to be honest, if it's not safe to pull over, if there's somebody right behind him on the road, he can't safely pull over.
You know what I mean? Officer safety is number one.
Right out the gate, this cop is wrong, and it's obvious he has some form of superiority complex. It is not required to pull over immediately for many reasons, such as the obstruction of traffic and general safety, but you should attempt
Imagine there's a car in the left-hand lane and you're just
pull over as quickly as it's safe to do so. If safety is the number one priority, it's probably not the best idea to slam on the brakes and swerve to the side of the road with no hard shoulder. But this isn't the end of the cop's lies.
So who are you?
Oh, I'm
I guess I could-
off here. Former NDOC, and I used to work security at Harris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a contractor. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have insurance on this thing?
My partner, huh?
Do you have insurance on this thing?
Yeah.
Your partner or what?
Now, my partner called me. I'm a contractor with Southwest Gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go over there and get him logged into his computer.
No guns inside the car?
Nah, no phone.
Okay.
After a few routine questions, the cop starts to get a little more specific and try.
because everything seems to be going smoothly. So, why does this have to keep on? You've told him he needs to get rid of the thing on his license plate. He said he's going to do that.
Find a way to incriminate him.
What do you got right there up front?
Oh, that's a siren. I do contract security.
You contract
So
security?
some of the work requires to have a siren.
Turn it on?
Sure.
It's got wheelbacks in
does-
the back too.
It does.
Go ahead and step
it
out,
does
man.
kind of. It does kind of look like a police. I mean, if he's not a police officer, is he really allowed to have that?
No weapons or anything like that?
Nah.
All right, I'm gonna take you out like this just to check. Okay, go fist that one for me. So you're not law enforcement, right? You're not a law enforcement officer?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you work security, right?
Because I mean, the cops have they have a point here, don't they?
Whose car is it? Who?
So I'm gonna put these on for now, okay? Because when relax.
Why is it taking the lights?
The agent is now being put in cuffs with absolutely no idea why. He has to assume it's because of the lights, but the cops haven't given him a reason for detaining him. However, when they find out exactly who he's working for, things take a very strange turn.
Why haven't you taken the lights off of there?
No, I do contract work, so I have to have lights on this vehicle for some of the work I do.
They shouldn't be that color though.
Yeah, they shouldn't be red and white, brother.
Yeah, it depends on who you're contracting with. If you contract with law enforcement agencies, it's different.
Which agencies do you contract with?
The various ones. DOJ.
Name some. DOJ?
Sure.
So you have a contract?
DHS. I've worked for DHS, yeah.
Okay, so do you have a government ID?
I have a contractor ID.
Where's that?
It's in my
Because this seems a bit strange. So this guy is a civilian, but he does contract work for the DOJ. So he's not just a civilian then, is he? He actually is law enforcement. He's kind of operating between a blurred line. Do you know what I mean?
Where'd you get this?
That's issued to me.
Issue 2?
Federal Bureau of Investigation badge?
So I'm gonna read you your rights too, okay? Sure.
The cops now know exactly who he is, but that doesn't stop them from way overstepping their position and searching the agent without his permission.
No guns, right?
Yeah.
Inside the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is such a strange situation.
Like I said, man, too. This money in. Put that back in, which I'll put in the bag, okay? So the reason that you're in cuffs, okay? Unless you're a sworn officer.
I know in Nevada everybody stays.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have red and blues,
Sure.
right? Because then you
Sure.
could easily impersonate.
Which is,
Right.
I agree with the officers.
So who issued this to you?
My former employer.
Your former employer? So you used
Your former employer issued you a badge, but you don't work for them anymore. Should he still have that badge? Because he could just use that, go into any place of business, and use that to his gain, couldn't he?
work for the FBI at one point?
I've contracted with the Department of Justice and the FBI and other
Here in
Reno.
Where's their office at, or what?
Resident agency. It's off of. It's next to Wells Fargo. It's right by the traffic circle there.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out because I have no idea where they're at.
These officers are clearly not happy that the agent has an answer for everything, so they decide to start asking questions that they know he can't answer in an effort to incriminate him. An incredibly manipulative and corrupt tactic.
Since you got the badge, where's your creds at? Where's your federal creds at?
I don't need federal credits because I'm not currently employed by the federal government.
You have an FBI badge.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I used to be a task force officer with the FBI.
Okay, which task force? Safe Streets?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know Elkington?
No.
Okay.
So when did you work for him?
I'm not answering that.
Okay. Well, I'm texting somebody right now. If you impersonate a federal
This is
officer,
such a
you're gonna get in
weird
trouble for that.
situation.
Okay.
And like I said, with the red and blues, that alone right there, okay? That's what you're in handcuffs.
But that's not an offense in and of itself to have red and blue
Yes,
lights.
it is. And I'm going to show you the
To
NRS.
actually run, you have to
Let
actually
me show
run
you.
those
No,
lights.
you don't. They're in your vehicle, and I must destroy those. Okay? And I'm going to pull up the NRS for you.
I've went to a
Okay.
police officer academy. I know what the NRS
You
is.
might again, but I went.
Have they
through
updated the NRS?
Let me show you.
Have they? Okay.
And let's go over here. That way we can get a. Let me get a bag. So that was issued to you, you say, right? That little FBI deal. You didn't steal it or find it or no?
Remember again, their issue is with the lights on his car. The cops do not have the authority to search the agent here, so digging around in his pockets is completely unwarranted and illegal. The specifics in this case are admittedly a little blurry. It's illegal for a civilian to illuminate red and blue emergency lights on their vehicle, but this man never lit them up, and the times when he did, he was under contract with an official law enforcement agency.
But is he allowed to retain these lights when he's not under contract? That's the big question.
He only works part-time with the FBI, it would be wrong for him to identify as an FBI agent all the time. But he never did that, and as such, wasn't impersonating an agent. In this situation, the cops didn't detain him for committing a crime, they detained him because he could have committed a crime. It's the same thing as arresting a licensed gun holder because they could use the weapon for a robbery. However, the next case is much more.
I don't know. That case was. I'm kind of leaning on the side of the officers there, for reasons I've already stated. It just, if you used to work for Macy's, but you don't work for Macy's anymore, you don't get to keep your identification card that lets you into the Macy's building, into their stock room. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't work like that.
Cut and shows the hilarious power trips cops can often find themselves on.
I hope I don't see you get your ass whooped on the street, because I'm gonna drive the by, and you can tell your goddamn sweet lies of everybody else I see.
On July 16,
this guy's power
2022,
tripping.
the Muskogee County Jail found itself facing severe overcrowding issues, with many officers having to wait outside the building to book their suspects. At the time, there was a crime suppression procedure in place of the city, leading to a large influx of suspects. But as the jails became more overcrowded, the county sheriff called off the procedure. However, this was ignored by the police in Muskogee. So in turn, cops in the area were asked to process prisoners on a specific order based on who apprehended them. Local deputies first, state patrol officers second, and Columbus police officers last. As you can imagine, certain cops weren't too happy about this, and when one deputy rightly cut in line, things started to heat up.
They won't let us in.
Ain't that right?
No, you go in there before us, I'm gonna raise hell.
Watch this.
I'm gonna file a complaint, a legitimate complaint. That is the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen in my life. So wait a minute.
Don't yell it. Don't start yelling. Hey, come on.
I'm gonna file a complaint.
That's fine.
Remember, it's totally fine for this officer to cut in front here. He's just adhering to the county sheriff's orders. But whether it's ego, a power complex, or just frustration, the cops aren't happy at all.
I mean, this is beyond my control. I don't have anything, so don't yell at me. All right. As soon as that last one gets cleared, I'm going to bring in 5.
Hey, yeah, unless another SO unit shows up.
This is not my decision.
Muskogee Deputy Blaine Adkins finishes booking his suspect, but when he gets back to his car, he realizes it's been blocked in by Columbus patrol vehicles. This is when things really start to get
this is just like throwing gas on the fire.
between the cops.
Them goddamn supervisors can.
I understand. I get that.
So I can get the out the way. All right, so I got a call to go to. I can't go to the
Come
car
on,
because y'all
cool
want
it down.
stupid ass
Cool
child
it
to
down.
me. It ain't no, it ain't because of me, man. I got nothing to do with that. Sarge, I got nothing to do with that in there. It ain't my goddamn call. It's between the sheriff and the guy that works over there. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Move the goddamn car, or I'm gonna move myself.
Whoa. Chill.
Move the goddamn car, man. Why? Huh? Y'all acting like a bunch of goddamn.
I love how he said, move the car, I'm going to move it for you. And the other guy was just like, move it then. And he was like, no, just move the car.
Back it up so we don't have to bring it down.
Listen, man, I'm only doing what my supervisor told me. I understand. This is ridiculous, and I hate that I'm dealing with this shit. But you're gonna have to talk to the sergeant over there.
No, I'll be talking to the chief. Hey, Chief, I'm sorry. We got a situation over here. We got CPD won't let our guys out, and they're about to go to blows. I'm asking your CPD officer to back up his car, and he's saying that his supervisor told him not to let it.
What's interesting about the interaction is that the officer tells the Muskogee lieutenant that he's only acting on his supervisor's orders. This isn't a misunderstanding between individuals, this is a clash of two entire police departments. And all the while, there are citizens in danger that are left completely without help because of this disagreement.
I know most of us are kind of at a standstill. Do I have anybody on Forest Road reference to 7511?
Hey, Sergeant, we got it.
We're all standing on the wall.
Wow, so there's a crime going on, but all of these guys are busy arguing about who's got to move their car to respond to the crime.
What car is it? Hey, move your car, bro.
Fantastic.
I try to get through, and they immediately halfway open it and shut it on me. And I hear through there's a deputy standing next to me on the radio. That female officer's trying to get into the door. Do not let her in that door. Do not let any officer through that door.
From PD.
From the jailer. The jailers are saying that through their radio. So they won't even let us through the door.
Tensions are at an all-time high between the cops, with sergeants even having to split cops up to avoid fights.
I don't want to fight. Everybody in.
Come on, guys.
What do the cops do when they feel threatened? They bring out the handcuffs.
It's pretty bad, dude, because that deputy was saying, I'm about to arrest you for obstruction.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
This guy's got a call. But then my sergeant's telling me not to move.
Oh.
Right. I have this.
And then when I
Talk about between a rock and a hard place.
started backing up, he told me to stop and gas him.
What about arrested all of them for not doing their job?
Right.
I really wish it's not my car right there, dude. I'm gonna leave the keys in there, dude. I really not wanting to be a part of to get charged with a crime, dude, for a stand, dude. I'm telling you right now, bro.
It takes over an hour and the arrival of the Columbus police captain to de-escalate the situation. In the end, all the suspects held by Columbus officers were released with a court summons despite having felony charges, and it was decided by the county sheriff and mayor that the Muskogee jail needed to be improved considerably. If you enjoy true crime videos like this,
Oh man, it's crazy that last situation, they had to get the captain to come down to de-escalate the situation. These are officers, these are people with years of training. They couldn't resolve that themselves without resorting to threatening to arrest each other. Just bizarre. I mean, that jail needs to be clearly extended in size, you know, maybe so that they can allow more than one car to pass through, one police car to go in at the same time. The first case though, it's really a grey area. I personally agree with the officers that that man shouldn't be allowed to have red and blue lights in his car. I don't think, unless he is working on a contract at that given time, I think that allowing him to have those lights in his car almost kind of facilitates him abusing that. Like, obviously, I'm not saying that he would do that, but who's to say that sometimes he doesn't turn them on to get through traffic, even when he's not currently working for law enforcement. So really, the first one for me is not really cut and dry. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.